Hi, I'm Disciplined Dave, where I put the technique in your physique. Well, today we're going to talk about resistance bands. I'm going to review a couple of resistance bands that I've been using, and that way we can see what are the pros and cons to all these different bands, which is the best one. I'm going to let you know what my favorite one is. But before we get to all that, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're at home right now and you love resistance bands, hit that like button. Now you're going to want to watch this video till the end, because I'm going to have a great surprise for a discount if you want to choose one of these sets of bands here. So I'll have that for you at the end of the video, so watch the whole video now. Let's get started with a couple of different bands that I've been using. I'm going to review a couple of these here. And the first one is the Black Mountain product. They go by BMP. So the Black Mountain product band is something that I started off with using. It's great for beginners if you just want to get your feet wet on there, and it has good basic items that you need to get started. But I ran into a couple of issues with them. Some of the cons were that, for one, the handles were pretty weak. I broke a couple of the grips there on the inner ring of it. I'll show you right here. So if you take a look right here, I kind of broken there on that inner piece, so that broke on me. That made it so that I couldn't use that grip. One of the biggest con is, and this should eliminate it right there, is that it snapped on me. I had two other bands snap on me. One snapped on my wife, and I just heard a screaming upstairs. I ran upstairs. She's like, "Ah, my back!" This and that. I said, "What happened?" And the band snaps on her. So that was that right there was kind of ruled it out there completely. One of the other issues was, one wasn't even a snap, it was just a door stopper. You see how thin this door stopper is? It really just slipped through the door, and right when you're in your tension, and you know, when a band snaps on you or something like that happens with the door stopper, it really ruins your confidence with bands for the rest of the workout there. You're going to be very timid. So I wouldn't recommend those bands for that reason. But if it's something where you're just now starting out or anything like that, you may find some benefit in it, but I would just say eliminate it completely. Another set of bands that I've used are called GUDEHOLO. I've butchered this name a couple times, especially in my previous video that I did. GUDEHOLO. But I'm going to try my best here. So GUDEHOLO. This one actually has a lot of good benefits for it. One of the things is that it's a great deal. So I really like that there. It has a nice thickness to the bands. I'll show you here. The bands are very thick. That's what I really love about it. It gives me really good confidence when I'm using this. And I love that you can attach multiple weights, multiple thickness there on the bands. Also, I love that it has a very durable bag. The bag that it comes in for traveling or anything like that, it's going to be great for that. And then I mentioned that it has a great price. And some of the issues that I ran into is that, for one, I wouldn't say this is a con, but it's just weird. All of the weights that are on the side, like for the resistance levels, all have the same size on there. All say 30 pounds. And so that was just really weird that it says that. And they're all the same thickness, like based on feeling them. They seem like they're exactly the same, but they're different colors. So it looks like they just did that for aesthetic reasons. There's not really a ton of branding on there. I can see why, because the name is so difficult to pronounce. GUDEHOLO. But yeah, it doesn't really have that wow factor when you open it up. I mean, it has a door stopper, it does the job, but the accessories just seem kind of useless. Like, for one, the ankle straps are terrible, okay? For one, it's super thin. So because of that, they cut into your ankles. And so that was something that was very problematic when I was trying to do leg workouts with them. So I didn't like that in itself. The carrying bag that it comes with is really small. Oh, let me go back to the accessories. Okay, so one of the things here, I don't know what this is used for. Leave a comment if you know how to use this. On the Amazon photo, it shows them doing a lunge on this, but it's a still image. I tried doing lunges with these, and it just did not work out. I have a better way to do lunges with resistance bands. I'm gonna have that in an upcoming video. But this just seemed completely useless. It looks like some type of thigh master thing, or I don't know. But anyways, that was something that I just found very just not useful. I don't know why it came with it. I think these companies think more is better, but it's not. Just make good quality products with your baseline. The other company bands that I've been using is called Body Gym. And Body Gym has a different approach. Instead of using the door stoppers, they have like this plastic piece that you attach together, and you run the bands through the loops, like you run it through like this portion here, and it makes, here's the other piece. I'll show it here. So you put this together like so, and then from there, you put the bands through the loops, and you know, you can stand on them and do curls. They have a bunch of different exercises on here. This woman looks pretty happy. Anyways, so yeah, that's the Body Gym. And I will say that the packaging and everything, it looks nice. It looks like it's premium. It has really good, it has a whole booklet of workouts, which are actually useful. Some of them come with like a little piece of paper with very useless workouts, but this one came with some very good information in their packaging. So that was great. It has a really nice bag. It definitely has the nicest bag in all of them there. I like to use that bag to carry the other, some other bands and stuff, but it's a very good bag, good quality, great branding all around. It may be something that's beneficial to other people more so than some other type of bands. So for me, it was a con because I felt like I had more versatility with other bands. You may find some benefits in this. But what I didn't like most of all is that it didn't come with different resistance levels. So that was really a big con for me. So I didn't like that there. So that was something that was really problematic for me. Now, the final bands that I reviewed, I really like a lot of things about these bands are the CoBonds. Some of the things that I love about the CoBonds is that every accessory that it comes in is very useful. Like for instance, the ankle weights. Now, I showed you these before on the other previous brand. You see, there's like little to no padding. Look at this. Look at this padding here. This padding is fantastic. I love this padding on here. You have no issues with it cutting into your ankles if you want to do any type of ankle exercises, working out your legs on the bands. And one of my favorite things about these bands is the door stopper. It's super thick. It gives you a ton of confidence. I love that about these bands. This has been so great when it comes to using these bands. Something I really prefer using with any bands. I use that door stopper for all the bands when I want to use it, because when you have like that big wheel like this, you don't have to worry about or even think about it coming through the door like I did with the previous bands. So I definitely love that there. One thing that I didn't really understand how much this is a difference until I had it with these bands is that the material that's around the rubber that's on the band here, let me see, or silicone, I think silicone or rubber. The material that's around the band really matters. This is the one that is the, what is it called? The GUDEHOlo. And what I didn't like about it was that it has like a lot of material that has a grip on there. So when I ran it through the door stopper, I couldn't make little minor adjustments. And if you use bands for a while, you'll understand that when you're getting ready to do, let's say you're doing a cable fly, then the grip on the cable fly on these other bands, on the Halo Gilo ones, the previous ones, it was too grippy where I couldn't make a slide or adjustment to make it even to get ready to use my strength when I was getting ready to do a cable fly. But with the CoBonds had a slick finish on it, so I could easily slide it through the door stopper and make those minor tweaks. And especially when your heart rate is up and you're trying to get your workout done, like I like to time my rest of 1 minute in between my sets, and you're just ready to go and go into beast mode, and I don't want anything stopping me. And so that's what I liked about it being slick, that when I put it through the door stopper and I was making these minor adjustments, it was able to do that for me with the CoBonds. So that was something that so small made a huge difference in me just really loving these bands. There were some cons, and the con that I have is kind of a weird one here. The customer service was terrible on there. I really had bad customer service through them. So what happened was, when they sent it to me, which took like a month, which was crazy, when it finally got to my house, there was only one grip in the box. It was missing the other one. And that was just like, I mean, how could they miss a grip? And so I emailed them, I let them know that the grip was missing. They said, no problem, we're gonna send you another one. A couple days go by, I don't have a tracking number. I'm asking them for an update. We're gonna send you another grip. And so I'm waiting on this to come, and I still don't have a tracking number. I asked them, like, oh, we made a mistake. We sent it to the wrong address. And I'm like, okay, that's strange. And so they sent me a tracking number. It gets here, it takes a long time, and they send me 3, which was strange, but I'll take it. And it was like different than the grips from the original one, so but it did its job. And when it finally got here, I was able to use it. It's fine. So I mean, there were great bands once I got here, but that was it. And another really small con, I mean, this is kind of minor, was that the thickness level of the bands, I wish they were just a little bit thicker, because I had some that were a little bit thicker. So like mentally I was thinking like, oh, they may not be as good as quality, but I've been using them for a long time and they haven't snapped on me or anything like that. They've been great bands for me. So I just a little minor preference, I guess, but maybe it's in my head. But that's when it came down to those bands. Now, for watching this video here, I actually reached out to the company here, the GUDEHOLO, and they sent a coupon code to give to the viewers out there. And I told them, I'm going to be honest about the review here, and so I want to make sure that I can pass on the savings to you. And when I said it was a great price, I mean, it really is a great price. For one, it's already, if you go on Amazon, there's a 15% coupon that you can click. But with this coupon code that I have right here, and I'm going to also leave it in the description down below, I'm going to leave all these bands here because you may find some benefits to those, because I kind of use them all a little bit in different areas. And you'll get an additional 15% off, and it makes it around, I believe it's $28 or $26. I'll have the exact price there before tax for you. And so go ahead and use that coupon code, and that will give you the deal on the bands. It does expire soon, so you want to make sure that you act fast on there. That way you can make sure you get that deal. So with that said, it doesn't matter what bands you use, except for the ones that snap. I kind of will stay away from those. But you want to make sure that you're using great technique when you're using bands. A lot of people I get a lot of messages from people who are telling me that, hey, I'm using weights. How do I match the same when it comes to weights or anything like that? If you're using good form, and especially if you're contracting your muscles and using great technique, from the beginning to the end, you're feeling that contraction. Trust me, using resistant bands are going to be just as effective, or maybe it's some different exercises more effective than using free weights here. So take it from me, where I put the technique in your physique, that you definitely want to make sure that you incorporate resistance bands in your training. If you have any questions about it, leave a comment below. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you love it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Until next time.